Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by to watch this video. This is Daisy right here, and yeah, I welcome everyone. If you're new, you're very welcome. And for my old subscribers that always come back to watch, you are absolutely beautifully welcome, and thank you again. So, in this video today, we are going to be talking about particularly anyway, this video is targeted at a subscriber's comment. Okay, a subscriber's comment to me, not a comment. She messaged me on Instagram and then she asked me some questions, and this is one of the questions I'm going to be talking about today. Anyway, one of her questions was she asked me, can she declare pregnant in the case of tourist visa if she applies for a tourist visa, because these days people are being invited for interviews at the Brazilian embassy. Before, it didn't used to be like that. Okay, so but these days interviews are being conducted, especially for women. Okay, and this is just to assess, to know, or to see if they are pregnant. Okay, because there is a strong realization that a lot of women come here to give birth deliberately on the soil of Brazil and then make use of all their facilities. And aside from that, the purpose of a tourist visa is mainly for travel, tourism, leisure, enjoyment, fun, not to deliberately come into someone's country to give birth. Okay, and that is the reason why they are assessing you, or they will assess you as a woman to see if you are pregnant. Okay, now this woman asked me a question. Oh, should if I am peradventure I'm being asked to come for an interview and I'm being asked questions like are you pregnant? She asked me if she can declare that she is pregnant, and also declare that she has booked and paid for a private hospital to give birth in. Now I want to clarify something. You declaring you're pregnant, or you declaring that you have paid for a private hospital to give birth in, is not a reason to give you a visa. Okay, if you declare that you are pregnant, it is a recipe for disaster. Now, if you declare that you have paid for a private hospital to give birth in, even makes it worse. Why? Because it is not, they don't need you to fund their private hospitals, because in the first place, giving birth or medicals in Brazil is free for everyone, whether you're a foreigner, whether you are a citizen or permanent resident holder. Going to the hospital, getting treatment is free for everybody, whether you're on tourist visa or whatever kind of visa. As long as you're on the land of Brazil, you can access hospital medical services for free. So they do not need you to fund their private institutions. They do not need you to pay into any private hospital so as for you to give. It is not a reason for you to get a visa. If you pay a private hospital, if you do all of that, it is for your own good. It is for your own use, because in the first place, they are open to accepting you into their country, and you can even access medical services for free. So why would you pay for a private hospital and you think that will make them feel very happy? It doesn't make sense. Right now, I want to explain something to you. You should understand that the purpose of a tourist visa is for fun, leisure, to see the country, to see what they're all about, to have fun, to enjoy yourself. That is the purpose of a tourist visa. A tourist visa is a tourist visa. A tourist visa is not meant for anyone to use to come give birth in anybody's country. Okay, so I hear a lot of people saying birth tourism, birth tourism. There is nothing like birth tourism. It is people that took birth and added it to tourism and made it birth tourism, because people going into other people's country to give birth and gain citizenship for their children. So they named it birth and tourism. They joined tourism and birth together and made it birth tourism. But in the real sense, there is no law, or there is no immigration law or any visa law that has stated anything such as birth tourism in any country. Okay, so if we go into other people's country to give birth so as to gain citizenship for our children, we only do that because we want to do that. It is not because that is the law. We all unfortunately break the laws of different countries. That doesn't make it right. So if any visa consular rejects your visa based on the fact that he or she knows you're pregnant, it is justifiable because the law of tourist visa says you are going there to tour. You are not going there to give birth. The visa doesn't qualify for your birth, for you to give birth to your child. It only qualifies you to go there to have fun, to enjoy, to see the place, to see the country, to just have fun around the country and go back to your country. It doesn't give you the leverage. It doesn't give you the right to go there to give birth. Unfortunately, we all break the law. And that doesn't make it okay. So you declaring that you're pregnant is a no-no. And you are trying to pay into a private hospital to gain all their documentation so as to say, oh, I've paid into a private hospital. It's not a reason for them to give you the visa. You are actually doing yourself good by using a private hospital. It is for your own good. It has nothing to benefit the Brazilian government because already they offer free medical services to people, regardless of where you're from, whether you're a tourist, whether you're a citizen, whether you're a permanent resident holder. It is free. Medical services are free. So what do they need your money for at the private? They don't need your money. They don't need you to prove to them you've paid into a private hospital so as to give birth. The purpose of your tourist visa is not to come give birth in their country. The purpose of a tourist visa is for you to come into the country to have fun, to enjoy yourself, to see a new country, to see the beauty of the country, to do whatever you want to do in the country and return back to your country. However, if you have a student visa, okay, and they discover you're pregnant, they will not stop you from going into their country. Why? Because a student visa is a type of residency. You have every right to give birth in the country of your residence. If you hold a legal, valid residence permit in any country, you have the right to give birth in that country. Okay? You have the right to give birth in that country because it's a residence visa. All right? But tourist visa is meant for tourism purposes. So that is why you see in some cases a woman is pregnant, except they don't know. A woman is pregnant, they might reject you based on that because a tourist visa is not meant for you to give birth on it. You can only give birth on a type of residence. That is why I always advise people to apply for student visa, so it's easy for them to bring in their family. You have freedom of life. Even if you're pregnant, you're not panicked that, oh, I can be called for an interview. What if they discover I'm pregnant? You don't have to panic about all of that. You don't have to bother yourself about all of that because why? A student visa is a type of residency that qualifies you to give birth on the land of Brazil. All right. So you booking a private hospital and declaring that you're pregnant, being honest, it doesn't automatically help you gain the sympathy of the consular and thereby expecting to get a visa in return. It is going to be an automatic rejection. So the best way is, if you want to apply for a tourist visa, is either you're not pregnant yet, is either you get pregnant after you get your tourist visa, or you're pregnant but you're not showing at all, or after you get your tourist visa, you get to Brazil, then you get pregnant. Those are the ways you can actually go about whether you want to come into Brazil through a tourist visa. Just make sure that you are not showing if you're pregnant, or make sure that you get pregnant after you get your tourist visa, or make sure that maybe you get your visa and get into the land of Brazil before you get pregnant. Anyhow you want to do it, you must not be showing that you're pregnant, or you might not be pregnant at all up until you get your visa. All right. So I hope this is clear enough. So if you're pregnant already, you're showing, I would advise you do not waste your time. I will advise go through student visa, or you wait, you give birth, and then you apply for a tourist visa. And then you can try to get pregnant again after you get your tourist visa. And that will also help you be able to bring in your family as time goes on when you give birth on the land of Brazil. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have questions for me in the comment, put it down in the comment section below. I will be there to respond to you. Have an amazing day, everybody. Bye-bye.